What's up, people? Glad to be back. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday. Another great and awesome day to be alive and well. I'm your host, Gerald Jarman, as all of you know. Glad to be here. Hopefully you've been following us on our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. So I've been on this theme lately, blaze your own trail, okay? We had part 1 last week, okay? We had part 2 on Monday. We talked about the spirit of creativity, all right? And today, I promised on Monday that I would talk about some things that are hindering the spirit of creativity in you, okay? What are some things? I call it stifling agents to the spirit of creativity. Stifling agents to the spirit of creativity, because inside of you, God has placed inside of you a creativity, to move, to create, to shape, to invent, to do certain things. And a lot of times it's lying dormant because of these 5 things I'm about to mention. Now, I probably won't get to all 5 today, but I'm going to at least cover a couple of these because, I really want to see. I heard some good stories. Got some good feedback on my podcast, so far with this topic, blaze your own trail. I believe some people feel like it's very beneficial. Don't forget, if you haven't seen part 1 yet, make sure you go check it out. If you haven't seen part 2 from Monday, make sure you check it out. So, what are some of those things that could be holding you back? And I'm talking about blossoming. I'm talking about fulfilling your potential. I'm talking about peaking in life, okay? What are some of those things? All right, well, number 1, and this is not in any particular order, but the first thing I have that represents something that could be stifling you is, number 1, devaluing yourself. Okay, devaluing yourself. What do I mean by that? Some of us don't understand our value and our worth, so we settle for less than. We settle for status quo. Okay, the reason why we devalue ourselves is because of maybe there was a family member or someone who always told you what you couldn't do. Maybe there were circumstances. Maybe there was people from your childhood that told you what you couldn't do, or limited you, as far as your thinking. Those things stick with us. So because of that, and you don't understand it, but unconsciously, you don't feel like you deserve certain things. You don't feel like you deserve to do this or you deserve to do that. So you devalue yourself and you accept less than. Okay? You accept mediocrity. But in your mind, it's not mediocrity. In your mind, it's what you deserve. Hopefully I'm making sense here. Okay? So the very first thing that can keep you from blossoming, keep you from flourishing, keep the very first thing that can cause the spirit of creativity to be non-existence is how you devalue yourself. Okay, and again, a lot of times our past circumstances, people in our life, growing up, maybe it could have been a coach, okay? It could have been a coworker, that said things to you that cause you to see yourself as less than, and you feel like you don't deserve it. So because of that mindset, we need a paradigm shift, okay? Value yourself, no matter what somebody has said about you, no matter what your past has said, no matter what circumstance, no matter what people have said about you, okay? You are great. You were born to accomplish something great, okay? So you need to have a paradigm shift. See, everything is according to how you think. The Bible actually says in the scriptures, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So we got to change our thinking. All right, so that's number 1. All right, number 2, you look for the applause of men rather than the approval of heaven. Man, I hope y'all got that. That's good. Hope you get that. I'm going to say that again. You look for the applause of men rather than the approval of heaven. Okay, what do I mean by that? Some of us are so caught up in pleasing people. Okay, we're so caught up in getting the claps, getting the pats on the back from people that controls us. So if you're not getting that, then you feel like, going back to number one, your value is low. You devalue yourself because you're not getting that from people. And you got to be careful. This age of social media, you got to be careful, okay? Because so many people put stock in the likes they get, okay? The loves they get, you know, the following they have, all of that. Some people live and die by what they receive on social media. So in essence, you're living more so for the approval of man, okay? You got to be delivered from that, okay? Because that will hinder you, because the applause of men is this. Some days you'll have it. Guess what? Some days you're not. It's just the way it is, you know. I don't live my life to please men. Actually, there are three types of people. There are people that support you 100%. They want to see you do well, okay? You know they're in the foxhole with you. They support you no matter what. That's one. Number two, there are people who say a lot of things. They may say it with their mouth, okay, in front of you, but they don't mean it in their actions. Some people might talk a good game with you. Oh yeah, brother, sister, I'm with you, blah, blah. But they never show up, okay? You never see them when it comes down to the come down when you need them, or you're building something, they're never around. Those gotta be leery of those type of people, okay? Because those people, you can have some of those people in your circle, and these are people who are watching you on social media, okay? And they may not be, excited for you on social media, because really they're either jealous or they have a fear or an intimidation of who you're becoming. And I'm hitting home now. Some of you, this is going to help you identify certain people, okay? The biggest hindrance sometimes is not outside of our circle, but it's the person sitting right next to you. The biggest hindrance, I'll say it again, is not the people outside of your circle, because you can identify them, okay? Which is the third group of people I haven't got to yet. The biggest hindrance, or not hindrance, but the people that you got to be leery of are the people who say they're with you and say certain things, but when it comes down to it, they're nowhere to be found. And these are, you might be friends with them on Facebook. You might be friends with them, you know, but they probably are jealous of you because of who you becoming. Deep down, they want to be you, okay? And they're hoping for your demise, okay? That's the second group of people. The third group is, we all know, and I just alluded to it, these are the haters. These are like front and center, you know they're not for you, okay? You know from the door, okay, these people aren't for me. Why am I talking about this in regards to blazing your own trail? Why am I talking about this in regards to the spirit of creativity? Because we need to identify those who are for us and those who are against us in this process, okay? And weed out some people. Sometimes our circle is too big. Sometimes our circle needs to be cut down, okay? Weed out those. Hang around those who have your answer. Stay away from those who have your problem. Hang around those who have your answer. Stay away from those who have your problem. All right? And again, this is about the spirit of creativity, because you need to be in a good headspace in order for it to flow. And sometimes we got too much junk going on up here in order for it to flow. And it could be the voices of other people, what they said, you know, things that are going on, the thoughts that people have said to you from your past. You gotta renew your mind and get a paradigm shift, because there's some things that you're supposed to accomplish in the earth, and time is not waiting for you. All right, man, this is good. I know, because of time, I'm gonna cut it short here. I only got the 2, so there's 3 more. I'll eventually get to, and again, this is still that topic, blaze your own trail, okay? I wanna say this before we go. On Monday, make sure you tune in. On Monday, I'm gonna be speaking at the 3-Star Foundation, the basketball mentoring program, in which I'm a huge supporter. I was the president, executive director of the organization for about 10 years. Now I'm the director of all programming, as you can see, 3-Star Basketball. I'll be speaking at the program on Monday night. We're going to go live. It's some guys, middle school, well, actually 8th grade and up, high school. Some who just graduated, trying to assist them with getting some direction as far as after high school. We have a league. They have uniforms. We have a mentoring portion, and I'm going to be speaking on Monday, so make sure you tune in. I have a message for these young men. All right? Hope you got some out of this again. Leave some comments, spread the word. Don't forget to look at part 1 and part 2, and I will definitely continue this series, okay? All right? Thank you for tuning in. Always remember, you're destined for greatness.